Welcome back. Let's play some 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Good luck. Drop the lances at a distance. Now, just the other day I was looking at some games where, how did it go? How did those games go? Oh, there was a position where lances could have been exchanged on the edge of the board. However, it was unclear, to me anyway. Let's hang on. Back up. Oh, goodness. I'm probably going to flub this again. So, let's take a look. In a book, reading Rainbow. So it was possible to start an attack on the edge file, and this put a lance in hand. And I was questioning, what's the value of putting a lance in hand? Like, where do you even put the lance? Very frequently, when my king's under attack and a lance exchange happens on the edge file, I just end up dropping the lance I just captured on the same file. And it just cycles again and again. Like, okay, well, what's the point of this? Hang on. This is tricky. Well, no, this is doable here. This looks tricky, but there's more than one thing going on here. So, I might not know everything about this opening, but I do know that that attacks a rook. Sure, I mean, eventually I will learn the theory of this opening through trial and error if through no other means. But that's a rook. We know that today. But yeah, whenever you do drop a lance, often it's more effective to drop that at a distance than it is close to the target. There is an exception when the opponent, like when you need an urgent attack and the opponent has some way to block a lance at a distance, then you might drop it closer. But almost universally, that's not the situation. Either a slower attack suffices, or the opponent has no way to block a lance at a distance without heavy material loss. So, in either event, dropping a lance far down the board, like almost universally, is more effective or equally effective to dropping it up the board. Does that make sense? I hope so. Alright, my opponent is threatening to capture multiple pieces and win the game, probably. I think I just take this, and then I could use that piece to attack. Can I take the... No, this is too risky. Let's develop this piece. So, I will drop back here, or retreat in this case, since it guards my knight, it guards my center. Not too... okay. Not too alarmed about anything here. I think my most effective attacking move is actually to jump the knight and hit this pawn. I could also retreat the rook over here, try to push in this way. Also, pawn drop is legal, but probably not smart. If I jump the knight, gold up, my rook retreats, back here actually, and then over. then the knight cuts the rank. So I don't want to cut the rank for my rook. I could drop a silver and take this knight. It's slow. It's probably effective. If I jump the knight, I'm hastening problems if I jump the knight. If I retreat down one, this pawn might advance again. I could go back up. I have this square covered. Let's try that, actually. At first, I didn't like that this pawn advances and cuts my attack, but I can just go back up and threaten the same thing. This general, the silver, is too far from the battlefield here. And there's 3 pieces in the way. So let's go over here. And suddenly, I have an attack. This gold might abandon the king. Nope, it does not. Do I exchange? Exchanges don't always favor the attacker. I guess I can't even think of a general rule here. Some exchanges do favor the attacker, some don't. I'm not sure what the general rule for that kind of thing is. I'd rather not exchange, but I'm concerned my opponent might find a counterattack. Yeah, this 1Q has probably never seen this opening before. I will just block the diagonal, and we'll go from here. Yeah. Let's go. Normally, I do not advocate dropping pieces in front of your pawns, but here there isn't anywhere else to invade. So I drop in front of the pawn. This looks fun. Let's go. This looks fun. Maybe it's not. This... Oh. Really? You just invested all this effort to get the pawn all the way up there. I was expecting a pretty fierce counterattack, but... Okay. Sure.
5分。
Alright, let's just get this show on the road. Unless I've missed something, this looks really strong. I don't like having a promoted pawn near my king. I don't like having this bishop exchange offered. But I'm threatening dragon takes silver, silver drop mate. I probably have some other threat that I'm not seeing. But that's the one I saw. I guess I could also move this over and just take the rook. I could also block this diagonal, but bishop takes renders this blocking moot. For a second I thought I had 3 knights and 1 pawn. I was like, oh, I just drop a knight, drop a knight. Like, knight drops make this so much easier. Oh, I have a gold general in hand, guys. Did you know that? Because I didn't. Am I losing my rook? Oh, there's a fork here, though. I run away. Hashtag dodge the fork. Even now, like, gold over might still somehow... I mean, I have knight drop. I don't know what's going on. That's legal. It's trying to set up a fork. If I'm not quite amenable to that, so we're just going to take it this way. Wait, I'm down a minute? How am I still down a minute? I thought I played decisively. This is not ideal. How do I win this? If I can't checkmate, I can still take all their pieces. And then checkmate. I'm good at that one. Your king or your rook, which one's it going to be? Maybe I had bishop drop here or something. I don't know. Bishop drop, no, that doesn't seem to work. There is a proverb about avoiding fancy moves. And in the end game, you know, you just play what it takes to win. Just win. I expected this. I've been in this situation before, so of course I'm looking for defensive tries. Thanks, Vivian. Tough luck. 1 down, 2 to go. One could argue that... well, good luck. One could argue that playing pole silver is not a luck-based strategy. You play it, you know it. Lots of opponents do know it. Somehow I tricked that opponent. I'm not going to be so lucky next time. I always get this confused. Alright, what was the whole new demon killer thing? Was it here I jumped the knight? It doesn't feel right. As Senta, you play third file. As Gota, you play like opposing rook version of this. I don't remember it. I've studied it a few times. Let's try this. If I'm trying to play opposing rook, we'll put the bishop here. Hopefully it works out somehow. Uh, yeah. I've studied it. I cannot remember to save my life. Oh well. On the bright side, I confused my opponent. They gave up on like chasing my rook here. So I should just castle and not die? Wait. Ascending gold is a thing. Well, two can play this game. Um, I'm so dead. Alright, so... To quote Vegeta, no, 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 etc. This is not going the way I hoped. Okay. At least I can build a castle, even if I'm probably going to lose heavy material. Pawn 5, 6. Okay. That is legal. God help me if I understand that one. Okay. These are legal shogi moves. Mm-hmm. We'll see how this goes. This can only end well. Oh, I could have advanced... I could have split my castle to try to do some crazy stuff here. Seems unwise, but it would have been legal. I saw if I'd moved up the silver, then I trap my bishop. But I could have moved up this silver and let utter chaos ensue. Instead, we just have this position where I squandered a tempo moving a piece that's gonna like end up taking on this square anyway. Unless my rook can dodge the bishop, and somehow it's fine. But there's no way that's fine, right? Well, if they pass the move, like they just push an edge, I could push this and chance time it. Mhm.
7分。
Back we go. Now, if they move the gold up, I'd take it. That's my subtle plan here. They might just open this diagonal, but there's so many open squares on this board, it would be kind of fun to exchange a bishop and a rook and see if I can find somewhere useful to drop my bishop. Like here, and then promote it. So they're going to hesitate to push this, but they'll probably push it anyway, because there's gaps for a rook to drop. A cowardly retreat. In Shogi, fortune favors the brave. I could have also closed this diagonal here. If I'd spent like 2 seconds looking at the position before I moved. Hashtag this is fine. Give me your bishop. You know you want to. You've been leading up to this for some time now. My contention is that I can find some way to attack before you can use this rook to checkmate me. Okay. Let's go. I guess I'm being more generous than I expected. Oh, wow. There be tactics here, folks. I guess I have to take that. This gold is in a fun spot. They have 3 pieces on this square. I do not. So might be giving away material. I'm not fully opposed to that, but okay. I guess I'll just give away a lance and a knight. Somehow it'll be fine. This. Okay. It's interesting. Well, I could use a silver, sure. All my pieces are hanging. But what are they going to do? Yeah, I guess that does something. That looks pretty effective.
5分
This can only end well. Alright, so you get my rook. Fair. Let's go. Hashtag this is fine. Alright. Guess I gotta move out of the way of this attack. Strangely, they might still be winning this. Sorry if you've lost audio like I have here. Yeah, it's probably not where I would have put this bishop, but it might still work out. Do I take the rook? Surely I... Well... That's so... Don't even know. Yeah, okay, we'll take the rook. Attack the castle. There is a proverb about drawing opponents' pieces closer to deal with them more effectively. This is perhaps drawing the bishop out so my silver can strike it. Of course, they have all these rook drops on this rank. Yep. Nothing I can do about that. Which way do I block? Well, complete half Mino castle. Take this. Wait a second. That's interesting. Attack the castle again? Because there's yet another tactical shot here, protecting the gold, attacking this gold. It's not a promotion, but it does smash their castle. And gives me an ability to sacrifice a bishop someday. Just leaving it floating out here to be taken. I'll probably put a pawn to defend it, and we'll just keep attacking this way. But yeah, I don't know where the dragon goes. Oh, that's one way it can go. Yep. Okay. Do I take this or dodge it? If I dodge it, they just power up again. Kinda have to take this. Kinda don't want to take it. There's a bishop drop down here that picks up pieces from behind. Um, I'll fortify my king. Tactics, tactics everywhere. If bishop takes and promotes, I can drop a rook, which is a fork, but then my rook is offsides.
3 分。
Oh my gosh. Just when we thought there were already too many tactics, more tactics appeared. It's really freaking weird. And observant, actually.
2分30秒。
How do I deal with that? I just have to checkmate them. Okay, then. Fine. I could use a bishop. Mhm. Hmm.
2分、
What a bizarre position.
1分30秒。
Okay, let's continue to make this more bizarre. As long as they don't have a gold in hand, I'm alive. Once they get a gold, it's a different story. Um, oh, I thought I was still okay here. I'm very much not. But they don't see that. Alright, so... I've spooked my opponent. We'll see how much I can continue spooking them.
1分、
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, my pawn's pinned. Oops. Thanks for the game. 2 down, 1 to go. Let's go. Good luck. Wait, how does this go again? Can't do this every time. Let's do this. Through trial and error, eventually I can't get this wrong every time. At least we have some excitement. We know the conclusion, we just don't know how we're going to get there. And by that I mean, I don't expect to beat this 2 down. I do not. Um, I have a pawn. Dropping it would be kind of stupid. Okay. we set the trap. This is no better than a trap. Um, I intended to just jump the knight to take this pawn, but that seems a bit much. That's, like, can't delay this idea too long. Um... Alright, this is not going well. Let me castle, because at least I know how to castle. Maybe. There. See, my king can move into a corner. I'm kind of okay at doing that. Um, yeah, I just don't have the memory to play this game competitively. That's too bad. Um, alright. Maybe we can find some shot here. I don't know why they lined the pieces up like this. Also, bishop takes pawn. Oh, well, okay. Now I don't have a check here anymore. Do I need a check? Not really.
7分、
Hmm. There are still legal moves here. Can still try to fight on. Oh, silver takes. Right. I knew that. Um, fine. I'll throw some material to get an initiative, you know me. Don't have to ask me twice. So what am I down now? I've given up a bishop for a general and some other stuff. Alright, let's get rooks exchanged, because why not? They can just drop a pawn. But then maybe I can protect this. So they have a knight in hand. They do not have a knight in hand anymore. Okay. I hit your bishop. I seem to, like, not be completely entirely dead here. There's the rook exchange. There's me giving up a lance. And the opponent with the lasting initiative. I get another piece in hand? Why? What did I do to earn that? I mean, okay, sure. Hey, look, I placed the piece that I had in hand. I'm now attacking stuff. I don't know why
5分
they offered that. If I drop the rook first, how's this go? Then if my knight moves, I'm hanging a rook. So if I drop the rook, they defend this gold or move it. If I move the knight, I lose the rook. If I sack the rook for a gold, I have no initiative. Yeah, so we're just going to take here. And then I've got 4 pawns and 3 squares to drop them on. Huh. Didn't expect today's proverb to matter. Suddenly it seems to matter. Well, okay, if you're not going to defend, then I don't need to defend either. Today's proverb says drop the lance at a distance. I'm not sure this is what they meant. Um, um, oh, this rook is too juicy of a target. We'll drop the lance later. We can do that later. We don't need to do that right now. Okay, what the hell? We have crafted the one position where a rook drop might make sense. But it still gets my rook trapped.
3分
Okay, fine. So we'll drop this first. Sure. Why not? This looks fun. Drop the lance at a distance? Question mark. Sure, I guess. I don't know. I'm getting way too much counterplay here.
2分30秒。
Check. Some might even call this play rather than counterplay.
2分。1分30秒。1分。
Ah, okay, thanks. Yeah, I was super confused. I tried to figure it out. Shogi's hard. Hmm. I missed that. Obviously. Watch, dragon takes lance, and then I fork this, and I win the dragon. I'm a genius. Alright. Oh, frick, I missed mate in 1. Oh, it wasn't mate in 1. Just kidding. Thanks for the game. Woo! We did it! Don't ask how. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.